She runs a beauty skin and eyelash lounge in which couldn't open, and it will obviously, of course, be a big blow, she says. And Tara had already made a number of changes in the salon following safety guidelines that were issued to salons in reopening overseas in the absence of any clear guidelines in the UK. Have we got a video of anything down here? But swimming pools, of course, are set to be open hopefully very soon, but we just do not know when about it shall be. Now, we're going to talk about the weather now, because of course, today, Thursday the 25th of June, is set to be one of the hottest days of the year. Sorry if I do forget your words sometimes, because I speak too much and I don't shut up sometimes. Now, when you complain about it being too hot, myself, of course, this week is a spare of thought. Now, those poor souls is swelling sea of Siberia. Now, as Britain heads towards its warmest day of the year, with temperatures urged to 30%, 86 Fahrenheit in London, an Arctic record of 38 Celsius, 104 F, has been set in, this is Verkans Izbevi, the Siberian town home to 1,300 people, has the world's widest temperature range, and is located about 60 miles inside the Arctic Circle in the Siberian Republic. Now, in winter, the thermostat can drop as low as a minimum of 67.8 Celsius, 90 Fahrenheit. The average temperature in summer is 16.5 C, 6 LF. 7F. Meanwhile, the Met Office has forecast that Britain, of course, will task in meditation style weather May 20th, which was the hottest day so far this year, when 28 Celsius was recorded at this is Sandtown Downham in Suffolk. But that is, of course, expected to smash in by today, and it could also be even hotter tomorrow or today. Today, good evening, hottest today. But the Met Office Metropolitan Emma Salter said that the temperatures will build across the country during the course of the week, with people likely to flock to the parks and beaches. Emergency services are trying the public to continue to respect social distancing guidelines, and these with elderly relatives should also make sure they keep cool during the lockdown. Age UK has also warned this, and the charity's director Caroline Arabinas said that older people are susceptible to heat-related illness. Lockdown and shielding, of course, bring aided complications, as it can be harder to spot someone who may be getting into difficulties and in need of extra help. And she also said that the National Five Chiefs Council has cautioned against starting campfires, which can easily get out of control. If you do suspect a campfire, do call 999 and they'll come straight out and help you out immediately, of course, if you spot a blaze. However, there could be a change later in the week, this week, at the end of the week, which is tomorrow, or over the weekend, maybe even over the weekend. Of course, they're also saying that there could be a change, and forecasts are unsure how long the heat wave will last. And they're also saying that they're warning that there could be thunderstorms tomorrow. And we'll leave that one there. Now, Olympic gold medalist, a little bit of happy news. I think. Are we talking about happy news? No, we won't talk about happy news. I don't know if this is happy or sad, I don't know. But anyway, we'll talk about this story. Olympic gold medalist Rebecca Admington's former husband, Harry Needs, has come out as bisexual. Oh, God. The 28-year-old personal trainer, who has a 5-year-old daughter, Summer, with the swimmer, 31, said that he was aware of his feelings at 13. The couple married in 2014 and divorced in 2016. And they also Needs, who is thought to have been isolating with Adlington and her boyfriend, Andrew Parsons, along with his friend Michael Gunning, made the revelation in a Q&A session on Instagram. Asked about his sexuality by a fan, he replied, "This is a question that I've involved every day of my life so far, mainly because I strongly dislike Isabels despite not knowing a solution to avoid them. If I had to answer, I would tell people that have always been bisexual." Hashtag as they say. I was asked if it was the reason behind this divorce. He replied to Beck and Dallington, "And I never got divorced because of her sexuality." He added, "Once I was married to Becky, there was no need for me to publicly share my sexuality, and I hope my journey can inspire many others to true to themselves." He said, "I'm always here to anyone who wants to reach out." He went on, "Becky is an absolutely incredibly supportive friend, and has been, of course, over these years, and of course there will always be." And he said that he would never say why they split. And we will leave all the stories there for today. We'll talk more stories tomorrow. Now, coming up after these musics, would you believe we're going to do the interview with the one and only Pierce Bluefield, catching up with him, of course, our weekly catch-up. We'll see you right at the other side of these two songs, and then we'll chat to him in a couple of minutes.
Another man said, change your heart to a little white dove. But in the feeling, that's the power of love. Come on. Tough in the diamonds, rich like cream, a bad but good, make it wrong when it rain. Power and love keep you home at night. And it don't take money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's up and it's cool sometimes. It ain't gonna save your life. But that's the power of love. First time you feel it, it might make you sad. Next time you feel it, it may just make you mad. You'll be glad, baby, when you're found. That's the power that's a world around. And it don't take money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. Strong and it's solid, it can be cruel sometimes, but it ain't gonna save your life. They say that all in love is fair. Yeah, but you don't care. You know what to do when it gets hold of you. And with a little help from above, you feel the power of love. You feel the power of love. Hey! Can you feel it? Oh, wow. Don't take money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train. Covered in diamonds, stronger than steel. You won't feel nothing till you feel. Feel the power, just feel the power of love. That's power, that's the power of love. Yeah, baby, you feel the power of love. Come on. Feel the power of love. Oh yeah. Feel the power of love. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel the vibe? Thank you very much. Very nice to be here in Chico. Played here a couple years back, but before that we hadn't been here in about 20 years. But we do have a lot of old friends here and a lot of people who've been with us for a long time. So we're going to go back a few years and play this. This was our really first radio hit. We changed the arrangement a little bit. You can
What a
sing along
tune,
with
what
it.
a tune. The Power of Love, sung by Huey Lewis. Love it. Absolutely great. So, there's been a slight change of plan to the schedule of the show today. I've just spoken to the wonderful Piers Bloomfield, and unfortunately, he can't make the interview today. But don't worry, because the catch-up interview is going to be on the show tomorrow. It's going to be a great show tomorrow. We're going to be getting you all ready for the weekend, of course, including a great interview with the one and the only Piers Bloomfield. So you can join me for that show tomorrow. And remember though, just remember that we're not on Saturday.